And cause number 2026 CR 007561, State versus Amanda Sabrina Morehouse. Can I have parties approach and announce for the record?
Yes, yes. Ready to see?
Warren Wolf, Ms. Morehouse.
And probation, this is an application. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you Ms. Morehouse?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Morehouse, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
You're holding right there.
It's the document that tells you what you're charged with.
Yes, ma'am, I did review it, but I did have a quick, and
Yes.
then I talked to. They did not find that on my person in front of the video, and that's what I explained to him.
All right, so let me explain something to you. Number one, if you want a jury trial, I will give you your jury trial. Number two, what ends up happening when you enter a plea, the state usually doesn't present any witnesses. They just present police reports. I will review the police report. And then what I can tell you, if from reviewing the police report, if it doesn't establish your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, then I'm going to find you not guilty. I'm going to find that the state didn't prove its case. However, sometimes people don't understand with possessions of drugs and when you're being accused of possession, hypothetically, because I don't know anything about your case yet because I haven't read anything. But if you're in a vehicle, I'm just telling you hypothetically, if you're in a vehicle, it's you and it's three other people and there are drugs in the vehicle, everybody can be charged with possession of the drugs. What it will depend on is it within your reach? Because it's just all about care, custody, and control. If you're riding on a bicycle and the police pull you over and there's something in a backpack on a bicycle and you were riding that bicycle, you're in possession. Now, if you're saying, I didn't know these drugs were in this backpack, this is not my backpack, that's something for a jury trial. You understand? So if you want a trial, I will give you a trial. If you do not want a trial, then we'll continue with the plea. I'm going to read everything. I'm going to explain to you your rights, and then I'll make a decision on whether or not the state has presented sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Please ask questions about anything that we're going on here today, because this is the most important thing in your life right now, okay?
Mhm.
All right, so the indictment tells you what you're charged with. Did you have a chance to review that with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of this indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as she has received it?
Yes, that's as she was.
Ms. Morehouse, did you review the court admonishments? It's this
No,
document that tells you what your rights are.
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to go over your rights with you. If there's something you don't understand, let me know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have an agreement with the state, I don't have to follow your agreement. If I don't follow your agreement and give you more than what you've agreed to, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you. You can withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, the state is not going to call any witnesses. So there's nobody for you to cross-examine, and you're giving up all of these rights, the right to trial, the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Morehouse, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No,
Anyone promised you anything other than your plea bargain agreement?
no.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
To the best of my ability.
All right,
I mean, to the best of the case ability.
okay. Do you understand if you're not a US citizen, you will be deported, denied naturalization and reentry? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine that's to be probated. So what that means is if you successfully complete your probation, you don't have to pay the $1,000. If you are unsuccessful in the completion of your probation, you may have to pay the $1,000. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And the court is and the state is recommending community supervision. Do you understand that as your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State defense?
That is the plea, Judge.
It is, Judge. There's also this, Morehouse wanted to apply for deferred, but that is not, that's outside the agreement.
Okay, there are no boxes checked for deferred.
Judge, the state is adequate for community supervision.
I had been in
Just-
trouble.
just wait, just wait.
2016.
All right, so here's the thing. Your agreement is not on an application for deferred adjudication. Now, if the state wishes to change their agreement and let you apply for deferred adjudication but be opposed to it, they can do that. But according to this plea bargain agreement, there is no application for deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
We discussed
We discussed it.
that to permit her to apply, that you would let the judge decide that, but you were going to agree to the probation.
We were gonna agree to community supervision.
Right.
Just please step back for a moment.
Sure. All right, y'all step back. All right, so with regards to the plea bargain agreement, there is no application for deferred adjudication in the plea bargain agreement. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right, Judge, the agreement was we were going to agree on probation, but we
Permit
were
her,
going to apply for deferred and the state would be opposed to it.
All right, that's not in your plea paperwork.
well, let's amend this. I think we've got this squared away,
Okay.
Judge.
All right, so with regards to your plea bargain agreement, you're applying for deferred adjudication. The state is opposed to your deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
They're not agreed to.
Then the state doesn't want to agree, so that also depends on,
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak up.
that also depends on you. You
Yes,
decide,
I'll make the decision.
and I-
Do you understand that as your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
I
let me
have been in trouble.
All right, let me explain to you about deferred adjudication. With a deferred adjudication, if I were to grant it, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
With regular probation, for example, according to this plea, the state is recommending community supervision and they're asking that your punishment be assessed at 3 years in prison. So under that scenario, if I were to give you community supervision or regular probation, if for any reason you were revoked, the court could only sentence you up to 3 years. With the deferred, if you're revoked, you could be sentenced up to 10 years. Do you understand?
I do understand.
And with a deferred adjudication, if you successfully complete it, it will be on your record, but it won't show up as a conviction. Do you understand?
That's what I want.
All right. So does everybody understand that to be the plea?
That's what I'm saying, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes,
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years, 100 hours of community service restitution, that's working somewhere for free, the MRT, regular UAs, and a mental health caseload. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and I do not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am, I do understand.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Judge, we offered you state exhibit number 1, including all of its attachments.
No objection.
All right. State before you leave, is there a reason you're objecting to deferred?
Judge, it looks like The defendant was already on deferred for theft property 50 to 500. We received deferred adjudication on that. It was extended a couple of times. That ultimately ended in 20 days in Deferred County Jail. Further, she does have a conviction for resisting arrest.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Of course, Judge.
All right, Ms. Morehouse, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am, but I think.
Just wait, you can just listen to what the judge says.
All right. Again, do you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that today the state is presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court would defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Do you wish to proceed with sentencing? Are you asking for a PSI?
We can proceed.
All right, so first things first. 1, I reviewed everything. The evidence is sufficient. So the state has proved their case. Were you in Bear County on April 23rd, 2026? Because that's the date of this offense.
You were-
But it was a trespass, no trespass.
No, it was not. Let me just tell you what the facts of this case are. You were in a park. The police received calls that somebody had a lighter trying to light things in the park. That was you.
Just listen.
And then they brought you over to search you. They had a female officer to do that because they need female officers to search females. They saw you drop baggie on the ground. That's where the
That's what-
possession comes in.
That's what's in the report.
So that's what's in the police report. So let's start here. Why were you in the park with a lighter attempting to light the grass?
It was not, I had a cigarette in my hand. It was the cigarette that I had in my hand. When the officer got there, I had no cigarette in my hand. I had just a lighter in my hand.
Mhm.
And the female officer searched me.
Well,
But
no,
they
let me
walked,
just tell you, the police received a phone call, and the call stated that you were attempting to light a flame in the
is-
open field using a lighter. And it's April, so I'm assuming Texas, San Antonio, it's dry. You can start a major fire. So what were you doing in a field at that time?
I was walking on the sidewalk I wasn't even in the park, I was on the sidewalk. And I had sat down on the sidewalk on the curb, and I sat there and I had a cigarette in my hand.
No, that's not what this says. They say you were in the field.
Hmm.
Well, we looked at the video and you were
But
not
I was
on the,
not in the field of the park, I was on the sidewalk, that's
Oh,
what
is there a video?
yes. And we've
Listen.
looked at it. And you were not on the sidewalk.
I was on the sidewalk.
When they approached you.
Yes, I was. I was on the sidewalk.
After that, after you left
I
the
was on the
sidewalk,
sidewalk.
you were back in the middle of it.
I promise to God, I was on the sidewalk.
Oh, you know what? If you want me to view the video, I'll view the video.
I was on the sidewalk when
All right,
they went, the officer.
State.
Give me a vote, Judge.
sure. Defense,
I
the
was on
state is going to
sidewalk.
be offering the video into evidence as state exhibit number 1. Any objection?
They've tendered it to me, I just did.
I'm sorry, Mr. Prater,
Yes, sir.
because because the stipulations are state exhibit 1 and attachments, do you want to make that state exhibit A?
That's perfectly fine.
All right, so the state is going to offer state exhibit A into evidence. Any objection?
No.
And I will review it. Let's play it. Here's the thing. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, can you rewind, please?
Sure.
From the beginning? Yeah, from the beginning.
You're coming.
And is there sound or no?
On dash, I don't believe there is sound.
No, I mean, when they get to the area.
Enjoy.
All right, thank you.
It doesn't appear that there's a on this.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, so Miss Morehouse, from watching the video, you're not on the sidewalk, you're in the park. You're not supposed to be in there, and the problem is during these months, lighting fires on grass that cause a whole host of problems. You can't do that. So I'm telling you what the stipulated evidence is. I'm telling you what I viewed in the video. If you want to withdraw your plea, you're more than welcome to withdraw your plea. We'll send you back over to the Bear County Jail, have you dressed, and we can start a jury trial today. Do you understand? You need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how often have you been using before you were taken into custody?
I haven't been using and I.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna grant your application. If you end up testing positive, that's a violation of your probation and a warrant is going to be issued for your arrest. Do you understand? So I go back to my question, how often before you were placed in custody were you using drugs?
You gotta speak out.
I was.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. The court is gonna find you guilty. The court will sentence you to $1,000 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Excuse me, no hugging up in the courtroom. Save that for outside on your own time. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Random UAs. Monthly. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits one time per month for 4 months. TAP evaluation out of custody. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna order the MR. You can do a MIC evaluation. And that can be done out of custody. And the 100 hours of community service restitution, I'm gonna order the MRT. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. The court will sentence you to 3 years in prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. And there is to be no residing in households with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. And there's to be no contact with Palo Alto Park. And that is at 2937 Fair Meadows, San Antonio. 78211. Probation, is there anything else?
No, ma'am, I believe you've got it all.
Thank you. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of, she hasn't signed this.
What you do?
No, she signed in my spot.
Yes.
That's okay.
Well, she has aspirations.
Uh-huh.
You missed the spot.
All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Main heading: Court Files. Main message: experience real courtroom justice unfold. From sentencing hearings and judge rulings to shocking true crime cases, Court Files brings you authentic courtroom moments. Call to action: subscribe, turn on notifications. Bottom categories: real cases, judge rulings, sentencing hearings, true crime.